You passed the real estate exam. If you're watching this and you just passed, congratulations. Make sure that you celebrate the win. You studied, you took the time, you focused, and you went in, you passed. Congratulations. Now, in this video, I will share with you the next steps that you need to take to jumpstart your real estate career. Let's jump in and get started. Welcome to this channel. I am Nonya, your real estate tutoress. I am a licensed broker in Illinois as well as a licensed instructor. On this channel, I bring you the best tips and tools to getting your real estate license. I also answer any questions you may have about the process. If you're new here, welcome and do consider subscribing. The next steps kind of vary depending on the state that you're in. I'm in Illinois, so the steps I will be sharing here are what you need if you are in the state of Illinois. So the first thing, like I said, make sure you celebrate the win, okay? You've put in the time, you've done the work, you celebrate the win, and then you apply for your license. In order to apply for your license, you need to have a sponsoring broker. If you're not sure how to pick a sponsoring broker, I have a video that I did about choosing a sponsoring broker. I will link it at the end here of this video, so watch till the end and then you can jump on and watch that one as well. The application process is all virtual. You do everything online. You create an account and go through the steps they walk you through. When you pass the exam, you should have gotten a link, and that link, or they would email you as well. So either you got it at the testing site or you got an email with the link on how to apply. The fee to apply is $125. And it's good up until the next time you have to renew your license. When you go through the entire process, they ask you to pick the sponsoring broker that you will be working with. And then you complete it, you make the payment, and then you get an email saying, okay, we received your application. Now, the sponsoring broker that you're working with has to also go into the portal and accept you as a broker that they are willing to sponsor. Once that's done, you will then receive an email saying, congratulations, this is your authorization, your license per se, to begin practicing real estate. If the company, the sponsoring broker that you're trying to join hasn't gone in to update their portal and accept you as a broker in their office, you may get an email saying your application was denied. So just go in, you will see the reason why, and then just fix it. And then you get the email that says you are good to go. Now, once you get the email saying you're good to go, you can begin to practice real estate even before they have your actual license prepared. Now you have your license or the authorization to begin practicing. So next thing is you begin to hit the pavement and start working in the field. In one of my other videos, I said, once you start this process, make sure that you are telling people that you are getting your license. And hopefully someone you know is looking to buy real estate so that when you're ready, when you're licensed, you can call them up and say, hey, I'm licensed now. We can begin looking for real estate for you, or I can begin the process of selling your house. As you're doing that, you're also learning at your office. You're learning the steps to a transaction. You're learning what paperwork you need to use for each step of the way. Hopefully you join an office that has good training and support so that at least if you need to figure stuff out, you know where to go in your office to get that information. Because the real estate class that you take teaches you fundamentals of real estate. It doesn't necessarily teach you how to run your real estate career when you're outside in the real world. So hopefully you already have someone lined up and you could begin to practice working with them as you're learning at the office. If you don't, that's okay. Keep learning, keep building your skills, keep marketing and trying to get clients. And then when you get the clients, you're equipped and ready to begin to help them. If you don't have any business as you start off your career, maybe you can find a more experienced broker in your office and you could be somewhat of an assistant to them or help them with some of their work. That way you're getting real life experience as you keep building your own market and your own business. All right. So first things first, hit the pavement and start working, start learning what you need to do to become a successful real estate broker. All right. The next thing is you may need to become a realtor. If your business is going to be primarily in the residential space, you most likely, depending on where you are, if you're in the Chicagoland area, you need to become a realtor because that gives you access to the MLS, which is our multiple listing service. And the Realtor is a member of the National Association of Realtors. It is a trade organization. All right. We adhere to a code of ethics and some other higher standards of practice that goes above and beyond the state's requirements. When you join NAR, the National Association of Realtors, you will also need to join your state association, and then there's a local association that you will be joining. Myself, as an example, I'm in the Chicago area. We have NAR, the National Association. We have IR, Illinois Association of Realtors. And then in Chicago, we have Chicago Association of Realtors. In other areas of Illinois, we have different local ones. So Chicago is for most offices that are in Chicago and some of the suburbs. When you join those three, you get MLS access. Joining, of course, there are fees included. There are annual fees that you have to pay. So as a new agent, I would say budget around $1,500 that you would need to pay to each of those four organizations. So NAR, IR, Illinois, CAR, Chicago, if you're in Chicago, and then MLS access. Budget around $1,500. And why I say budget around $1,500 is that depending on when you join, the fee may be prorated. So when you're joining an office, ask your sponsoring broker when the next proration date is. It may be a better idea, depending on when you're joining, to just wait till the next prorated date so that you pay a lesser fee rather than paying the entire fee when you're just joining. At least you get some kind of a discount, right? So if you are interested in residential, it's advised that you just go ahead and join NAR and get MLS access and pay the fees, of course. There are perks though that are involved. So there are things that you get as a member. So it's not just your paying fees, all right? There are some perks. So those are things that you can look into for yourself depending on where you are. But we do get some member benefits. So we're not just paying fees to pay fees. Just as a recap, all right, you've joined a brokerage, you applied for your license, and then you started working. You decided, okay, as a residential realtor, it's probably best that I join the MLS. And so you joined NAR, you became a realtor, and you got the MLS access. Now, this fourth thing that I'm about to talk about is the most important thing. And before we jump into it, if you are still here and you haven't already done so, please like this video and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. The fourth and most important tip to you is treat your real estate career like a business. Treat your real estate career as a business. What you don't learn in real estate school is that when you get out, you're essentially running a business. You are your own boss, although you're under a sponsoring broker. You are hired by the sponsoring broker as an independent contractor for the most part, except you join an office where they're W-2 and you're paid per every other week, right? Otherwise, you are an independent contractor, meaning you're paid for the work that you do. You're paid for the production. You're paid per transaction. So if there's no transaction, guess what? You're not getting paid. And you get paid 100%, right? You get the whole check. They don't hold any taxes. So because of that, you need to make sure that you are setting money aside that will take care of taxes when it's time to pay them. You're also keeping track of all your expenses, your business expenses. You may need to, in the future, hire help. you got to think of this as a business, not as a job, because you will be running a business. And to be successful long term, you need to think about your real estate career as a business. Now, as you're starting off, you're thinking to yourself, okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. How am I going to be thinking about this as a business? That's okay. Do the training at your office, all right? Baby steps, but you're already thinking as a business owner. So begin to build that muscle. If you need to hire a coach, do that. Look for other trainings that you can register for that will continue to train and develop you. Because as you grow as an individual, then your business and your career will grow as well. If you've been watching to this point, thank you. And make sure you've liked the video and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I drop a new video. If you have any more questions about the next steps, leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to help. Also, I mentioned a video earlier, how to pick a sponsoring broker. So I will link that right here so that you can continue to that video. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.